Okay, I think it is recording. This is the third part in the series, which I entitle Between Life and the Imposed Narrative of Life. When you are born, when we are born, already we are receiving indiscriminately the radiation of frequencies in our mother. We already are under bombardment of frequencies. So when we come out to this world, despite what they say we are clean slates, we are not clean slates. We are already under bombardment. And when we are getting to the delivery room and our DNA is checked, so then there is a print on us. If we were here ever before, within this system of registration, the system will track us down and notify of our return into the system. And when we are children, small children, we have maybe a great memory of who we are, a great sense of why we have come here. But this is dismissed. Nobody is interested in us in person. Instead, they put us into an institution where they fill our minds and heart with false narratives about it. And then when we grow a little bigger, we become subject to their education. So there are many narratives about education. What is this world? What is this society? What is this human life here? It's all narratives that are imposed on us. So we don't get any touch with reality whatsoever. And when we are growing enough to the point where our sexual instincts become stronger, so then there is this never-ending romantic stories which designate us to meet somebody, a particular one for us. But then in this narrow and limited abilities that we have here in the society that is so limited as far as expressing ourselves sexually, this is not allowed. So we carry this narrative of the perfect match, but we are not having the opportunity, we're not given the span of opportunities and time to look for and meet whoever there is for us. So we are lost in despair. We will, in most cases, redundant and compromised, and we would marry somebody so that we fit into this imposed narrative about partnership. And then when we are becoming socially aware, and we are looking at the world, at the people that we are here, then we are forced into the narrative of nationality, of tribal identification with our career. When we have a career, now we have a career. And then the thing with the enforced economy, where we have to supply for ourselves, work for ourselves, and this made a top important narrative by which we lead all our lives, so we can collect so much pieces of paper in the bank, and we'll leave it for the next one after us that is being depressed under these narratives as well. So this conversation with you, in fact, and something that I'm familiar and everybody is familiar, I guess, is a story of the imposed narrative on top of the living. The living is never recognized, you never get the attention, is never relating to anybody on a real basis, other than occasion, special occasion that somebody finds somebody that is meaningful for them. But in most cases, in all the time, we are deprived from the freedom to grow who we are, to educate from and by those who know what we want to know. We are deprived of our sexual life that are shut. So this was just to give a short perspective of what is seen between the imposed narratives that is supplied to us and forced on us and imposed on us, and we are chased under this narrative in many ways from many sides. So this life, in fact, is a repeat, and it's a waste. It's a waste of life what we are having. And many people came to this conclusion that this life is a waste. You're under the system that control. If you abide by the system and you accept the system to any extent, and you copy and you duplicate this system, and you teach it to yourself and you teach it to yourself, to your children, you know. So there is a point where the frustration, the pain over this existence as it is run here, becoming so painful, especially also you have to also go under various interferences in your life, like wars, like bad news, like threats of atomic nuclear bomb, like contamination. The system that is running this narrative, it's so cruel. And if you have to look at all this and see all this, so you surely know the difference between what is life and what is imposed narrative that people live and call life. It's just a waste of life, a waste of time. And it's not important how well those Abraham Hicks or other teachers teach us how to, or the law of attraction, how to become rich because you projected yourself rich, or how to become whatever, because there's no appropriate span for anything here. It's all too short and too cursed to believing it all. And that's what we are waiting to end. We are waiting to end to the end of the imposed matrix, to the end of the imposed narratives in every way, in every form. And to be left alone and to dismiss all the leaders of the cultures on all aspects that are related to growing children, to attending people who come here, to educate them. What is education? What is growing up? What is this society? What is love life and sex life? What is our capacity, inner capacity, and where can they take us? It's much more important for me than on any of these imposed narratives. Who we really are and how you connect to one another, and how we can perhaps join hands in evolution, that is joining hand to reject the system and joining hands in a true way that is evolutionary, is always new. So this is what I'm looking for, to this size of enormous change, of release. Yeah, so thank you for watching me. I'm your son Pedro again. Thank you, nice to meet you.